Is Little House on the Prairie a racist book? Is it irrelevant? And was the ALA correct in saying that the anti-Native and anti-Black sentiments in her work undermine its literary value? Do we simply live in a different time? Well, of course we do. But living in a different time shouldn't mean that we automatically relegate any work of literature from a different time to the trash heap. Historical perspective gives us wisdom, understanding, knowledge, and insight, not just into the past, but into the present and future. And can we say that the fictional Mr. Scott's declaration, "The only good Indian is a dead Indian," is significantly different, for example, than 21st century pronouncements against immigrants? A common thread links the world Wilder depicts in Little House on the Prairie to contemporary issues of racism and prejudice young readers encounter in their daily lives. Pretending racism didn't exist in our history is no way to prepare young readers for the racism we must continue to combat now. Consider, for example, the shift of white supremacist ideology from the fringes of American culture into the mainstream. Given its historical and literary context, Little House on the Prairie exhibits a rare sensitivity to the issue of racism in the American West, exposing rather than ignoring its role in the pioneer experience. But Wilder's work doesn't provide easy answers. Her depiction of the Ingalls family's sojourn in Indian Territory is raw, painful, complex, and unresolved, just as the issue of racism remains unresolved today. And while it's tempting to think children's books should provide a reassuring answer to this issue, that they should shield young readers from the ugly realities of life, past and present, this approach to children's literature is fundamentally deceptive. Madeleine L'Engle observed that what the storyteller does is look at the world with all of its brokenness and all of its problems and write a story. I do not believe that we need to protect our children from language which they already know, from the horrors of the world which they already know. I think we owe it to be honest with them. Racism is embedded in American history and American culture. To withhold this history from young readers is fundamentally dishonest. Books like Little House on the Prairie allow children to explore the brokenness of the past and consider its impact on the present. L'Engle also observed that children are still brave. They still have courage and can examine raw, difficult, and complex issues with open minds. They have a kind of courage that we adults too often lack, or have forgotten we once possessed.